Hey guys, welcome to the first game changer project that we have for the year. All right, this first game changer project is a persuasive essay. All right, we talked about this all this past week, and so on this little video, I'm going to be showing you some different things on what makes a great paper and what takes away from a great paper and makes it really weak. So like I said, again, this is a persuasive essay, okay? So don't freak out. It's going to be all right, and just I'm going to give you the simple steps to make what makes it good and what doesn't. All right? So first thing, all right, like we discussed in class, the persuasive essay writing assignment. All right, I want a 5-paragraph essay. All right? We talked about what's included, so the introduction, conclusion, and the 3 body paragraphs. All right, one of the things that I didn't add in here but I really want to make clear is that I really want there to be a clear thesis statement. Okay, when you add in your thesis statement, make sure you add that into the introduction before you start into your 3 body paragraphs. All right, and then it'd be a good idea if you echoed it one more time in the conclusion. All right, so remember, a clear thesis statement is what I'm going to be looking for. All right, I want it anywhere from 3 to 5 pages long. All right, and make sure it's double spaced. All right, and the key thing here is to make sure that you use at least 2 resources, and you have to make sure that you cite them. Okay, if it's not cited, that is considered plagiarism and it's stealing, and we've already been through that. All right, we talked about that for all day, and so make sure that you cite everything that you use as from an outside source. All right, so I have it divided up into 2 different parts. All right, in light of the new Star Wars movie that just recently came out, I decided to do the Force, which is what you want to add in your essay to make it good, and then the dark side is the stuff to avoid. All right, so let's get started on the good stuff. All right, so for the Force, the 3 main things that I'm going to be looking for in your paper. All right, so the proper use of vocabulary. All right, vocabulary is a tool that you use to paint the picture that you want your readers to see. All right, it's very important that you use good vocabulary in this. All right, this is a formal assignment, so you should make sure that this is all done with proper usage of words. Okay. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart right now. Make sure any of the words that you do not use in everyday conversation with friends and family is used properly in there. Okay, don't just go to, when you're typing it on Word, don't just go to the thesaurus and start adding in words and you have no idea how it's used. Okay, all right, and make sure if you don't know what it means or if you don't know how to use it, don't use it. All right, just be safe. If you don't know what it means or how to use it, don't use it. Okay, can't emphasize that enough. All right. All right, the next thing. All right, it's really important that you address the other side of your argument. Okay, you're persuading someone in this essay. You're persuading someone to persuading them to agree with your viewpoint. All right, one of the best ways to do that is to tell your readers what the opposite opinions are, what the opposition has to say about whatever it is that you're trying to do. Okay, all right, that really makes your argument strong, and it also gives you the opportunity to address that. Okay, all right. I know it can be a little bit much, and you just want to tell them every great thing about it. But once you start to address the other side of your argument, then that also lets people, like your reader, know, okay, this person really did their research. They know what the other side is saying, and this is how they're going to address it. Okay, so remember to address the other side. Okay, you don't have to go into it in specific detail, but even if you just briefly explain what it is and summarize it, that would be enough. All right. The next thing is to make sure your paper is well organized and it flows really well. Okay, it's always easy to tell when papers are just kind of thrown together at the last minute, and your paper ends up being very unorganized. Okay, so remember to always make sure your papers are well organized. Make sure all your thought process leads right into each other well. Okay, it's really good when you're excuse me. It's really good when your body paragraphs flow well into each other. All right. So if you're going from paragraph 1, at the end of paragraph 1, you give like a slight and a brief introduction to paragraph 2, and then at the end of paragraph 2, you give a slight introduction to paragraph 3. Okay. It just separates the ideas, and it really shows that you really put some effort into organizing your paper. And so that's always a big plus. All right. So those are the 3 things that will really make your paper stand out from the others. All right. So the next one is the things not to do. All right. The dark side of this stuff. All right. You want to avoid these by miles. Okay. So stay away from these 3 things. All right. When you're writing a paper, make sure you do not go off topic. Meaning that if you're talking about persuading someone that the Arizona Cardinals are going to win the Super Bowl this year, focus on why the Arizona Cardinals are going to win. Okay? Whatever you're writing about, focus on why on that topic. Don't start digressing into other things that don't have any relation to whatever it is that you're talking about. Okay? All right? This really takes away from your paper, and it really shows that you didn't put a whole lot of work into organizing your thoughts and making sure that it all flowed well. All right. So make sure that you stay on topic and do not go off. All right. Next thing to avoid is that we talked about this all week, and this is very, very important. You have to remember this rule from now until the day you graduate college with your bachelor's, your master's, doctorates, whatever. Any information that you use from an outside source, you must remember to cite them. Okay? We talked about the formatting style and how you're supposed to do it, but you have to make sure that any information you use from another source, you must make sure that you cite it saying that you borrowed it. Okay? If it's not cited, that's considered stealing information and stealing ideas, and therefore that is considered plagiarism. All right, we already talked about all the repercussions for plagiarizing from our classroom to high school all the way to college. All right, so make sure anything that you use from an outside source, make sure you remember to cite it. Okay, I can't emphasize that enough. And the last thing, all right, it's really upsetting, and I shake my head every time I have to use this one, but you'd be surprised how many times I see this. Please do not use any text message language. All right, a lot of those are called colloquialism, sorry, and that's just stuff that you use when you're talking to your friends and around people. All right, when you're writing an academic piece, so like writing this paper, do not use any slang words or any words that you might use in text messages, on Facebook, on Instagram, any of that. Okay? You know, last time we had a little bit of a problem because people were trying to add some humor in the paper, which is, there's nothing wrong with that, but they were trying to add humor into the paper, and then they would type LOL at the end of the sentence or ha 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 at the end of the sentence. All right? Stay away from that. All right? This is an academic piece, meaning that other teachers are going to read this, and if you are adding in all that, it really takes away from your paper and makes it sound like you're not mature enough to be doing this stuff. Okay? So, those are the 3 things to avoid. All right? So, just remember, all right, by meeting all the requirements of the paper that we gave out in class, those are going to be the ones I'm going to be looking for in your paper, okay? All right? Do not wait until the last minute to write a paper, okay? It's very noticeable, and I can tell when people throw papers together, okay? It doesn't end well, all right? You guys, I've given you guys plenty of time for this assignment, all right? This assignment is due on February 5th by the end of the school day, all right? February 5th by the end of the school day. I believe that's a Friday, all right? So please make sure that your assignment is due into me in your class bin by February 5th at the end of the school day, okay? I do not hang around on campus that long, and so any assignments turned in after that will not be accepted, okay? All right, if you need any help with this, please come and see me, okay? I'm not a mind reader. I mean, I'm good, but I'm not that good. I'm not a mind reader. So if you need any help with this, please come and see me. All right. Don't come and see me Thursday after school saying that, oh, Mr. Fulgham, I don't know what to do. All right. That's too late. Okay. You need to come and see me at the very latest by Tuesday. All right. That's still procrastinating it a little bit in my opinion, but I think that's enough time to put a quality paper together. All right. But please come and see me if you need help. All right. And after all that, guys, just have fun with it, okay? Have fun. I know you all are going to do great. If you follow the rules in these steps, you know, you guys are going to do great. I have faith in you, all right? So have fun and come and see me if you need help. All right, thanks.